yeah, some of the comedic tone in uh, Killing Mary Sue. Jesse, is it okay to talk about that a little? Because it switched from comedy and action.
You know, it's so fun as an actor to be able to play comedy and action together because, usually when you think of action, it's not funny, but when you're able to kind of find that fine line between the two, it's so entertaining for an audience member, even for the actors to be able to play on that. So it's such an enjoyable experience. It makes the whole agenda more fun, and ultimately that's what we want is to be entertained and have fun doing this.
Definitely. Yeah. And then yeah, movie was a lot of yeah, working with the cast, big ensemble. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, what a great cast we had. Everybody was so fun and professional. I mean, everybody has had such a incredible list of films that they've done over the last, 20, 30 years. And when you get a group of professionals like that together, there's always a great synergy that takes place. And we everybody just kind of feeds off each other. So when you're able to get such a good group of pros together, you really do create magic. People have such great ideas that they're able to bridge together and create something and push each other to be the best that they can. And that's always something that, you never know what you're going to get on every movie that you work on. It's very different. So having so many great actors in one movie working together to tell a fun story is fantastic.
Yeah, and it seemed like a lot of night shoots. Can you talk about just kind of filming that?
Yeah,
Um,
we did a lot of night shoots. Night shoots are always tough. The vampire
yeah.
schedule is always hard because you try to maintain a normal schedule and then you're up late and you're sleeping at during when the sun comes up. But everything we did was at night. It was a lot of energy. We had a fun time. We got it all in. That adjustment period is always tough. But luckily we were shooting in this giant house, so we didn't
Hmm.
have to you know, uh go outside in the cold or anything like that. We weren't filming in the desert heat.
Yeah, no, it seemed like at least it was controlled, I would say. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
that's
what
nice
yeah,
about it.
what was the best day on set? Any like stories or anything you can talk about?
Um, what best day for me was when we had, Dermot and Jake Busey, myself, Sierra, we're all in the house, we're surrounding them, and there was just a lot of fun play with each other. It's always nice when all the actors just kind of are playing around and we're telling jokes and coming up with fun ideas. Like I always enjoy that when you can when you have a full cast together, it's always really nice to have that, especially with an ensemble like this. So that night when we first storm in and surround everybody, that was my favorite night because we did a lot of laughing that night.
Yeah, no, that was a great scene. I loved with like the bit with the COVID masks and everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
drew I drew that those teeth marks on my mask as a fun little bit, just to kind of create some separation and some deepen the character a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah, he was a comedic mercenary.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And like eating the apple when he's eating the apple in the midst of all this insanity, it was just kind of fun to have those little bits.
Yeah. Any tough days on set? Because yeah, we talked about best days, but
It was really just just the long night shoots. Those are always hard because, you've been sometimes, you start at like, 8 o'clock at night and then it's like 4 in the morning. You got to continue to push through, just you gotta, but again, having the ensemble cast, everybody kind of pushing each other, we're all doing this together. That's always helpful.
yeah, definitely. And then can you talk about working with the director Jesse Sunshine?
He was, he was wonderful, so fun to work with. I call him Mr. Sunshine. Um, and he was so fun to just let me play and be creative and to improvise. I really appreciated that with him. When I saw the movie for the first time, I was really just blown away. I mean, he really put it all together. He wrote it, he edited it, directed it. I mean, he did everything. So it was such an upheaval to be able to get that done, and he did such a great job. And I would definitely do another movie with him. You hear that, Mr. Sunshine?
Yeah.
Uh, whenever he has his next project going.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'd love to check it out. How did you come aboard the project?
It was brought to me. We knew some of the producers. I had done a Western for them before, and they wanted me to come aboard for this. And I was just excited for the character. I love this character. He was not, I'm used to playing action characters because I,
Hmm.
I do enjoy it. and I love doing my own stunts. And so having a character that is also rooted in comedy was such a magnetic draw for me to be able to do that and make it fun and entertaining.
Yeah. Do you find comedy and action go together well? And I feel like Jackie Chan
I
has a good quote or something.
Yes, 100%. I think good comedy with action definitely surpasses time. That it goes on for it's like a fine wine. Those movies just kind of get better over time. You look at like the Pink Panther with
Yeah.
Peter Sellers, and you look at like True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like you said, Jackie Chan. Those movies, they're so fun to watch because you're seeing this creative process through action that's so different. It's not just blood and death. There's comedy. It's fun. What you're watching is a fun experience. Even if people are getting killed or whatever in a funny way or something, it's kind of like it kind of lightens the load a little bit, of what's happening, like which is what happens in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I was really enjoying about the film because yeah, it's just yeah, it goes together so well. I know we're kind of like winding down here. Any action comedies that you any took influence from or just playing the role?
Um, I mean, I named some of like the Pink Panther movies are some of my favorite comedies that I love. Like I said, True Lies is also up there. I think that's a great comedic action film, one of the best that's ever been done. So that definitely can pull from some of that. Also like movies like The Naked Gun,
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen. I love those movies. If I could ever do a movie like that, it would be so much fun to do.
Yeah, looking forward to that remake too, I
Me
guess.
too. I think it's
Yeah.
going to do really well.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, just kind of winding down. Just want to tell listeners just to check out the movie. Um, we really enjoyed it. And then anything you would like to promote, any social media?
Yeah, I do a lot of animal rescue. So, if you go to my Instagram, I post mostly on there. Not a big TikTok guy.
Gotcha.
Just Instagram and X. I deal with a lot of animal rescue. So if you're ever looking to want to get involved in something in any capacity, I post all the time on there, and also all of my projects I have coming out are on there as well. So definitely follow me. It's at Jesse Kove, JESSEKOVE.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll be sure to put a link in the description. But thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I hope any listeners could check out the movie Killing Mary Sue. Comes out soon, and yeah, we'll put that as well. But thank you so much for joining the podcast.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Gene.
Thank you.